The average professional waits up to 83 days to get paid. It's not a typo. Literally 3 months from the time that a job is finished to the time money actually hits the account. While you're waiting, you're covering payroll, other out-of-pocket expenses, buying materials for the next job on credit, turning down work because you don't have the cash flow to take it on. This is a successful business on paper, yet barely making rent in reality. It's more normal than you think. However, it's certainly not necessary. And I'm going to show you why maintenance companies are stuck in this cycle, which ones get paid immediately, and what they're doing differently. And ultimately, the specific changes that you can make this week to cut your payment time in half or better. Let's start with understanding the problem. Home services have some of the worst payment timelines of any industry. The average days sales outstanding, which is a fancy term for how long it takes for you to get paid, is up to 83 days. That's compared to retail suppliers at 30 days or other professional services at 45 days. Why is it so bad? The reason is the process is broken from the start. You finish a job, then you go back to the office, or you sit in a truck and manually create an invoice. Maybe you email it, maybe you mail it. Either way, it's already been a few days since completion. Then the customer receives it. Then they put it in a pile. Then they forget about it. Then you follow up a week later. Then they say they take care of it. Another week goes by. You follow up again, starting to feel uncomfortable because you're essentially asking for money that you've already earned. They write a check. They mail it. You receive it more days later. You drive to the bank to deposit it on the day that you go and do your deposits. Every step there added time. And the whole thing requires your active effort to push it forward. Here's what makes it worse. 54% of payment delays happen because the customer is waiting on payment themselves. 26% are due to disputes over work quality. So that's 80%. 23% more are because the invoice went missing. There's clearly some overlap here between the categories, but that's pretty much all the invoices are captured in those three categories. And these aren't customers that are trying to screw you. They're just operating in a system that has too much friction. Most maintenance professionals focus on the obvious cost, not having cash. The hidden costs are actually much bigger. First, you're extending credit without charging for it. When you complete work and wait 90 days to get paid, you're essentially giving a free interest-free loan to every customer. If you're doing $20,000 a month in revenue times 3 months means you have a $60,000 receivable sitting in unpaid invoices at any given time. That's 60 grand you could use to grow, but you can't because it's trapped. Second, you're limiting your capacity. Over 80% of contractors say cash flow issues prevent them from taking on larger jobs. You've got the skills, you took the time to put together the crew, but you can't buy the materials for the next project because you're waiting to get paid for the last 3. Third, you're wasting time that should go to revenue generation. 1 in 3 maintenance professionals say that they spend a moderate to a substantial amount of time chasing payments. Moderate to substantial. That's time that's not on job sites. That's time that's not spent prospecting and marketing. That's time that you're not doing anything that moves the growth of the business forward. And the hardest one to talk about, fourth, is the demoralization that comes here. You did great work. The customer is happy. You're sitting here feeling like you have to beg for money that you earned weeks ago. It can change how you feel about your business. So here's what contractors that get paid quickly do differently. I want to walk you through what happens when you fix this process. It starts when the job completes. Your crew marks it finished in the system, and an invoice is automatically generated, sent directly to the customer within minutes. Not hours, not days, minutes. That invoice includes a link to pay online, credit card, ACH transfer, whatever works for them. They can even pay immediately from their phone while your truck is still in the driveway. Here's what the data shows. Contractors who accept online payments get paid up to twice as fast as those who don't because you've removed all the friction. The customer doesn't need to find anything in their checkbook, mail anything, make a special trip. They click pay, it's done. But it goes deeper than just the payment speed. When invoicing is automatic, it goes out consistently. There's no delay because you got busy. There's no forgotten invoices. There's no missing documentation. Systematic instead of being dependent on remembering. Customers appreciate this too. They don't want to wait for an invoice. They want to close the loop and move on. And when you make it easy, they pay faster. That means teams getting paid in 7 to 14 days on average, certainly under 30. Our benchmark at Breezy is the next week. Some are getting paid same day or next day. Cash flow is predictable. Planning happens, so does growth. The transition plan that works. You don't need to overhaul everything at once, and I'd recommend that you don't. Here's a sequence that makes sense. Step 1, get an online payment processor. This is non-negotiable if you're still taking checks only. You're deliberately choosing paid to get slowly. Pick up the service, integrate it however you're creating invoices now, and include a payment link. You'll see immediate improvement, even without charging anything else or changing anything else about your process. This will make it easier for your customers to pay, and it'll cut your collection time. Once that's done, automate invoice generation. Stop manually generating an invoice for every job. Your job management system should do this automatically when work is marked complete. If your system can't do that, it's time to upgrade because the ROI on this is measured in weeks, not months. Step 3, set up automatic reminders. If an invoice isn't paid within your terms, automatic reminders should go out. Then another, then another. Then they get a phone call. This removes the awkward human element, and it all still builds the expectation that you should be paid on time. Customers respond to these without feeling pressured because it's clearly automated. Step 4, consider requiring deposits or progress payments. So for larger jobs, we often charge half up front, get a deposit at booking, get progress payments, get a final payment at finish. All of these things keep money flowing through the end of the project instead of all at once. Professionals who use this and do this transition usually have the same concern that it looks impersonal or pushy. They're worried about customer relationships. But the reality is that your customers are used to paying online for everything else in their life. They pay their utilities online, their insurance, their streaming services. Paying you online isn't weird. Making them write and mail a check is what's weird. So when it comes to reminders, customers appreciate the clarity. They are busy, they forget. A polite automated reminder is not only helpful, but it's also professional. It's not aggressive. The mindset shift required. There's something deeper here than just process changes. Some teams have internalized the idea that slow payment is just how it works, that asking for money makes them seem disparate, that good customer service means being patient about collection. That's backwards. Getting paid promptly for completed work isn't demanding, it's professional. You delivered value, you did the job, you deserve to be compensated. That's the agreement. The faster that exchange happens, the healthier the business relationship actually is. And when you shift to fast payment systems, you're not just improving cash flow, you're setting the expectation that your business operates efficiently, that your processes are tight, that you expect to be paid for the work delivered. That attracts better customers. The ones who respect your time and your business are fine with streamlined payment. The ones who want to drag things out or play games, they should go elsewhere. This is good for you. If you're currently stuck in the 83-day cycle, here's your action plan for this week. Set up the online payment processing. This is day 1. You can research your options, pick one, get it implemented, take a few hours, and potentially change your business permanently. Step 2, look at your last 10 invoices. How long did it take each to collect? What was the common pattern? Identify where the delays are actually happening. That tells you what to fix first. Step 3, for the next 5 jobs, send the invoice the same day you complete the work. Include the online payment link. Track how long collection takes compared to your average, and you'll start to be able to see the difference. Then start automating. You don't need a complex system. You need something that eliminates manual steps and keeps the process moving without requiring constant attention. Now, the market is growing. There's more work available than most contractors can handle. Your constraint is not finding jobs. It's having cash flow to take them on. Fix your payment processes, and you can remove that constraint. You can scale. You can plan. You can build the business you actually want instead of constantly scrambling to cover expenses while you wait for checks to clear. I'd love to hear, what's your current payment timeline? Are you in the 83-day trap, or have you found a way out? At Breezy, we're working tirelessly with field team partners to get paid for every job the week after it's complete, at the latest. So let me know how it's going in the comments, or visit joinbreezy.com/join if you want to learn more about how to take this approach to the next level. And I'll see you in the next one.